So note that in some differential equation we are given that dy over dx is equal g of x, and yx naught is equal y naught, which is here the initial, we call this one initial value problem, and you ask to find what is the function y of x. So on any initial value problem you have to find, once you finish to find the integration, also you need to find c, where you are given the initial value problem where x, what you are given what is x naught and y naught. So we'll see an example to see how to we solve initial value problem. So for example here we have find a function y is equal f of x such that the second derivative of y will be equal 1. So we need to find what is f of x given that the second derivative is equal 1. So we know that if we integrate the second derivative, then we will find the first derivative. So dy over dx will be equal the integration of d square y over dx square, d of x. Now the integration of 1 will be x plus the constant c. So here we write x plus c1. We don't want to find dy over dx, we want to find y. So to find y, we need to also integrate dy over dx. So y will be integration of dy over dx, which is integration of x plus c1 d of x. Sorry for this one here, also I missed d of x. So you have to write here d of x. So now the integral of x plus c1 d of x will be, integration of x will be x squared over 2 plus integration of c1, where c is a constant, it will be c1 multiplied by x plus the constant c2, where c2 is another constant different than c1. So from here we conclude that y is equal x squared over 2 plus c1x plus c2. في هذا السؤال نحن معطينا المشتقة الثانية، فأنا عشان أجيب الفانكشن الأصلية طبعا ما أقدر أقفز من المشتقة الثانية إلى الفانكشن الأصلية على طول، لا. فأول خطوة أسويها أجيب المشتقة الأولى. على أساس أجيب المشتقة الأولى لازم أجيب التكامل للمشتقة الثانية. طبعا لما نجيب التكامل لازم يكون عندنا هنا c. الحين أنا عندي المشتقة الأولى أريد أجيب الفانكشن الأصلية. طبعا على أساس أجيب الفانكشن الأصلية أجيب الانتجريشن مال الديريفاتيف. أجيب الانتجريشن مال x بلس c1. الانتجريشن مال x عبارة عن x square over 2. الانتجريشن مال c1 could be any constant. فالانتجريشن مالها بتصير c1 multiplied by x plus you have to add here another constant which is c2. So here we have initial value problem. Find a function y is equal f of x so that dy over dx is equal 1 over root x and f9 is equal 1. So here you are given x naught is equal 9, y naught is equal 1. You ask to find the function y given that dy over dx is equal 1 over root of x. If you are given the initial value problem, you have to find, whenever you reach to finding the constant, you finding the integration, you have to find what is the constant c. يعني لما يعطيني الانيشال كونديشن نفس هذه الحالة، لازم لما أخلص أجيب الانتجريشن لازم أجيب قيمة السي، كم القيمة الحقيقية للسي. let us see this example. So we have f of x is equal integral of 1 over root of x d of x, where 1 over root x is x power minus half. Now the integration of x power minus half will be 2 root of x plus the constant c. So this is f of x. We are given that f9 is equal 1. So let us solve what is c. So f9 is equal 1, that's mean 2 root 1 plus c, 2 root 9 plus c is equal 1. So 1 will be equal 2 root 9 will be 3. 2 multiplied by 3, 6 plus the constant c. So now from here we get c is equal 1 minus 6, so c is equal minus 5. So we conclude that f of x is equal 2 root x. We replace this constant c by minus 5. So first you will find the antiderivative, then you will take the initial condition and you substitute in your integration or the value of your integration. Once you substitute, you will get what is the value c. So you get what is the value c, just rewrite your function and rewrite what is the constant c. Here we have another example. Find, or another question, which is number 52. Find a function f such that the second derivative is equal 6 and f prime minus 1 is equal 2 and f minus 1 is equal 0. So here we are given the second derivative. We ask to find the function f given that f prime minus 1 is equal to and f minus 1 is equal to 0. So let us do it one by one. So from the second derivative we can find what is the first derivative by the integration. So f prime will be the integral of f double prime. The integral of f double prime will be the integral of 6. So integral of 6 will be 6x plus c1. So now we need to find what is c1. We said here f prime minus 1 is equal to, and we have f prime x is equal 6x plus c1. So replace x by minus 1, f prime. So f prime minus 1, we need to replace x by minus 1. So it will be 6 multiplied by minus 1 plus c1. It is given that f prime minus 1 is equal to, so here we have 2 is equal 6 multiplied by minus 1 plus c1. So now we have 2, here we have minus 6, so it moves minus 6 on the other side. So 2 plus 6 is equal c1. From here we conclude that c1 is equal 8. So now the first derivative f prime x is equal 6x plus 8. To find the original function, so we need to find the antiderivative of f prime x. So fx will be equal the integration of f prime x d of x. Integration of 6x plus 8 will give us 3x squared plus 8x, then plus the constant c2. So now we need to find what is c2. It is given that f minus 1 is equal to 0. So we will replace x by minus 1. We will put this function is equal to 0. So f minus 1 is equal 0 is equal 3 multiplied by minus 1 square, which is 1, plus 8 multiplied by minus 1 plus c2. So from here we have 3 plus minus 8. This will give us minus 5 plus c2. So c2 will be equal 5. So from here we conclude fx is equal 3x squared plus 8x plus 5. So we first find the first derivative from the second derivative using this initial value. Then we find the original function by integration the first derivative using this initial value.